All right, guys, we are here and we are live. Let me make sure everything's up and running. We've got some destructive and damaging tornadoes in Tennessee and Alabama over here. So we're going to be taking a look at these, going over them to keep you guys safe. But look at this one just south of Murfreesboro. Look at this. Bell buckle. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get some eyes on this one. It does look like we have. Who is this? This is a courthouse. Let's go ahead and pop that out on screen real quick. That one may not be on the ground right now. We're going to take a look and see if we can see any correlation coefficient on this one. It does look like these might be on the ground. It might be both of them. Hold on. Let's double check. This one might have been on the ground. We got to check to see if it lines up with velocity here. It's right over the town on that scan. Okay, let's check that again. I mean, it might be. This one's definitely on the ground over here. So if you're over here right near Good Bars, it's getting ready to move right into your area. It's moving to the east. It's going to be coming through Good Bars, Harmony, Cedar Grove, Laurel Creek, and heading off towards Spencer. It's a much more densely populated area over here. It is on the ground, so make sure you're taking shelter. Let me get up and make sure that everything's good on our live stream end of things. Okay. See if we can get some eyes on this. Trying to see what I can find here for you guys. These over here, if you're near Cedar Grove, heading towards Spencer, this is a damaging tornado that's on the ground. I'm seeing if we can... secondary storm here. It doesn't look like I have anything right now on the storm here in Tennessee. There is one. Trying to see if we have anything over here. Storm, this is a PDS tornado warning. We have Brad Arnold just in front of this here on screen. I'm going to pop this up here. He might be having a live view of the tornado right now. He is directly in front, just in Huntsville. Looks like he's going up I-231. This tornado is going to be right back here by Oakland. This was a tornado on the ground. Let's see a correlation coefficient.
Not seeing anything on correlation coefficient since earlier. No, I think it's cycling back through.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and
Camera can see something because it's right next door.
this is Brad Arnold here. He did have eyes on it just earlier. All right. This is a PDS tornado warning here. Let's go take a look while we're waiting on Brad's feed to come back. So that is rotation right here.
There's the same image here. Very heavy rain, high wind coming in. It's possible lightning's taking out power. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a wall cloud here. Coming right into the city. You just see how it's moving.
If you're in Randolph, Panel, or Springville, Algama, the rotation's right here just south of Spring Hill. We can see that right here on velocity. It's just to the south of Spring Hill, right here by Highway 9, moving off to the east-northeast.
Yeah, right to left.
And that's our only one in Alabama right now. Let's go back up here to Tennessee. Take a look at these.
Going just north.
We do have a PDS tornado warning in Huntsville.
Greenish tint to the sky here as well.
It looks like this is probably recirculating over here.
Don't see a tornado again. It was reported rapid rain, but I will tell you, so we had some reports of trees and power lines down.
These are looking really good up here. Near Pocahontas, and Cedar Grove up here by Spencer. I think this one was on the ground. Yeah, this is a very strong tornado up here.
Okay, good. As it moved right over, I don't think there's a tornado on the ground right now.
We can see it moving towards Spencer. The velocity couplet on this is really, really good. Just south of Cedar Grove, moving towards Spencer and some of the places. It looks like there's some residential out here. If you're on the southern side of Spencer over here, I would be taking shelter immediately. This is going to be moving in this direction right here. So anywhere south of Spencer is in the direct path of the potential tornado. Come back down here and take a look at this PDS tornado warning near Huntsville. This one's probably recycling right now. I mean, we got some rotation coming back here. The last few scans.
Areas north of Hartsville, the shear rates picked up quite a bit. Although the velocity's picking up. Yeah,
So this is where Brad Arnold is right now. This is the storm near Huntsville.
it's going to be tracking on the south side of Decatur to Priceville, and this one's going to be going towards South Huntsville over time. The current storm is probably going to stay along and just north of
All right.
additional storms coming into play
Let me see what I can get pulled up here.
towards Russellville. That probably lit up that's the main line that's coming room right there. Which will likely fill back in.
Tornado coming down right now. Another tornado's about to come down just on the city.
Off the top.
It is spinning like crazy right there.
It's a really black cloud here.
I'm gonna get up on the mountain here and see it.
And it's moving east. I don't see any.
Let me see here.
So they're going to drop the tornado emergency tag. Still keeping a tornado warning out with the considerable mention on it too. So dropping the tornado right now, getting that, but this is going right through Huntsville. It's going to go over Chapman Mountain, 72 east. Multiple areas of rotation with this. Yeah, this is just
We have this tornado emergency that was over Huntsville. I think the emergency has went away, but it is recycling. It's probably going to put down another tornado. This is a very powerful and strong storm. Taking a look at this designation here real quick.
I gotta get off the road. There are so many people on this road.
Get this up here real quick. All right. This is Brad Arnold here on the screen, chasing the storm out in Huntsville. We've got him here just northeast of Huntsville on the highway. He's just in the northeast quadrant of Huntsville up here. This is where the rotation is occurring. It looks like it might be trying to produce another tornado here very shortly. It's a very strong, powerful, dangerous tornado. So if you're in the area of the Pleasant Acres, this is going to be in that area very shortly. Blue Spring Garden, Three Forks, McCaleb Mill. This is going to be moving in that direction. If you're just near the Moore's Mill, this is going to be heading your direction. It's a very dangerous situation.
We're not seeing the strong rotation. We're not getting any reports of damage so far in Huntsville. Looks like it's broadened out a bit. Yeah, it has. The worst of it's actually up here near Meadow Hills, getting north of Alabama A&M
Let's see what we got up here in Tennessee. So these are still pretty strong velocity couplets. Let's see if there's anything on correlation. It's kind of messy on correlation. But I mean, that's a crazy hook right here.
Forced to rise in elevation, and we may see some changes with the overall structure of that storm. Boy, that Decatur storm's looking nasty. Look at that. Wow. That storm's getting more dangerous by the minute here. We've got significant rotation developing within this, just to the west of Flint City on Highway 31, south of Decatur. Probably producing hail right now.
Let me get these out real quick.
Very intense lightning. And unfortunately, this is on the side of the storm we really have to watch. So we may get a tornado with this storm here.
The Spencer, Tennessee. This one looked like it was spinning pretty good. So we can see that right here as it's moving just into Spencer. It's going to go right over the town of Spencer. So if you're in Spencer, you need to be taking shelter right now. So right now, this is Brad Arnold's stream down here in Huntsville. This was a PDS tornado warning that was put down, and it looks like it's re-wrapping up. I mean, we're getting intense rotation again right here just to the northeast of the Huntsville location. The rotation is right now right near Chapman Heights and Oak Park, and it's moving off to the northeast. And this is this stream we have right here of Brad Arnold. He is right in line with it. Just coming down the highway here, trying to stay in front of it. So this is Brad Arnold driving here in Huntsville. And we can see over these last few frames, it died off. It started to recirculate. So if we see here, the rotation kind of died down. And as it's moved on right here in Huntsville, it's getting more extreme. It's probably going to be putting down another tornado if it hasn't already. We can take a look at correlation coefficient right now. I'm not seeing anything just yet, but it is kind of splotchy here, probably by a lot of hail, a lot of rain. But he is right behind. He is right in front of this circulation that's forming. He stopped in traffic. People are just taking their time. He is in a very dangerous area. This rotation is moving straight for him, right over him. So this already was a PDS tornado warning. We have Spencer up here in Tennessee, as well as the rotation over here by Pocahontas. These rotations, this one looks like it's getting a little more strong. Let's take a look at that real quick. See if we got a correlation coefficient on any of this, which would tell us it's on the ground. It doesn't look like it, but definitely be taking shelter if you're near Pocahontas, Shady Grove, Summitville, Tennessee, over here to Spencer, just to the north and east of Spencer, Crane Creek, Mooneyham, Sweet Gum. You need to be taking shelter. We're going to come back down here to this storm because it looks like this one might be trying to put down another tornado. And this already was a PDS tornado warning. It already was on the ground at one point. And it looks like the rotation is just to his north now. Rotation's right over here by Mercury. It's going to be heading up towards Country Village, Ashland, and exiting off up here by Bell Factory. If you're in Greenfield, I would be taking shelter. This thing is going to be recirculating, and if it isn't putting out a tornado yet, it probably will by the time it gets to Greenfield. You need to make sure that we are taking shelter if you're in any of these areas. This is Brad Arnold's stream right here. This is his stream. He's just to the south of the rotation right now. He probably is going to find one of these roads and get back up here on it as soon as his stream comes back. This is an extremely dangerous situation if you're in the Huntsville area. If you're up here in Tennessee, we have 2 tornado warnings, and it looked like they were not putting down a tornado at this time just a minute ago. Let's take a look at this again and see if we got any correlation coefficient. It's just so messy on the correlation. These storms are so strong and probably putting down large hail in these areas, so these are still radar indicated. This is a very big rotation right here near Spencer. The rotation's almost over Spencer right now. So if you're in the town of Spencer, you would need to be taking shelter. It's right over the town of Spencer right now. If you're up here Crossville or south of Crossville, make sure we're taking shelter. This is going to be heading your way, and this thing is intensifying on rotation. The storms look really good. These 2 storms up here in Tennessee near Spencer, like this is a signature tornado. You got this hook echo here. This is probably where tornado is going to appear. And they've extended this warning all the way up to Crab Orchard because of probably how intense this storm already is. We have this one back here in Pocahontas. This one's looking even more dangerous to me, just on the velocity or on the reflectivity there. And it does look like it is intensifying on velocity. The rotation is intensifying right here, just to the north of Strauss Mill. We don't have correlation coefficient yet, but this might be causing a handoff here. Yeah, I would assume that the rotation here is kind of went up into the storm. It looks like it might be trying to make a little bit of a handoff down here by the Moto Sano State Park, Mountain Heights. So if you're anywhere in the front line of this, over here by Highway I-72 or Interstate 72, it's going to be coming right through there. We have the Moontown Airport. We can see this by this rotation starting to form here. This one's kind of going to start letting up. It's going to get a lot broader and go away. But you can see this little blip of rotation that's starting to form. He's going to be coming right up on it. So Brad right here, he is up in the storm, and he should be exiting out the front side of this storm, right where the tornado would be. This is where it's going to start rotating much quicker. and potentially put down a new tornado down here to the south of Interstate 72.
Can't see anything.
This is a very intense situation. Looks like we have 4 tornado warnings right now. We have 5. Where's the 5th one at? All the way up here in Indiana. Take a look at this one real quick while we wait on that next scan. Looks like the rotation is actually to the south of where this polygon is. So the strongest portion of rotation looks to be here by Yoatsville, heading towards Crawfordsville. If you're in this area, you need to be taking shelter. Let's take a look and see if we have anything. It looks like this was on the ground up here. It looks like it probably is recycling down here to the south. And it's going to be moving off towards Crossford. This was probably on the ground with this signature up here by Winegate. I would assume this is where it was. Let's go back down here to Tennessee and Alabama. This is a very dangerous situation if you're in these areas. These are very strong, powerful storms. This is a new rotation. We can see it here on this new velocity scan, especially on storm relative velocity. The new rotation is starting to come in here right to the southwest or the northwest of Moontown over here in Huntsville. We have Brad Arnold here. He's chasing right now, and he is just on highway or Interstate 72. It looks like his stream actually went down. Probably knocked out some power in this vicinity. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Waiting on that new scan to come in. We can see this. They've actually issued another tornado warning down here to the south. There's some rotation here as well as back here on the storm behind it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this storm. So if you're in Triana, you need to be taking shelter. This rotation is right over by Priceville. So if you're in southwestern Madison County, southwestern Limestone County, in north central Alabama, this is a potentially damaging situation, capable of producing a very large tornado. It is moving towards New Hope, Triana, and Bluff City. If you're in any of these locations, you need to be taking shelter immediately. The current rotation is right here just to the north of Priceville. You can see it right here. I'm going to go ahead and try to get Brad Arnold's stream back up here. Oh, wow. Yeah, he is right near the new velocity signature. Very dangerous situation just here to the northwest of Gurley. Looks like it's already exited off to his north. It's all kind of repositioning up here. Storm back here to the south is looking pretty bad with its hook echo here. This one over by Athens as well. This is so many storms capable of producing tornadoes right now. We're just taking a look at them. It does have rotation here just to the east of Athens. So if you're anywhere in this area moving off still towards the north of Huntsville, I would still be concerned about these storms trailing up behind it. We've got this one just to the south of Huntsville, rotating as well with the tornado warning. So if you're in any of these areas, make sure we're taking shelter. Let's come up here and see what we got. So this is over in Cumberland. We do have some cameras over here in Pea Ridge we can take a look at real quick. The storm that's just now moving in. We have these storms down here in near Pocahontas. We're waiting on these to get some better velocity. This one is taking off on velocity, so if you're in Summitville, Bryan Mill, Morrison, this is a tornado warning. They'll probably extend it as long as it continues to increase velocities here. We're kind of jumping between some of these storms. It looks like this one is probably, yeah, they've extended this one over Morrison. If you're in the town of Morrison, McMinnville, just to the south of that, make sure we're taking shelter. This one continues to rotate, and it actually looks like it's beginning to rotate a lot more on the velocity signatures. And then we have another tornado warning that just came through Spencer up here in Tennessee. It's moving over. Right now, the rotation looks like it's just to the east or the west of Lonewood. Just to the east of Lonewood and the north of Mooneyham. It's going to be moving off to the east-northeast. So if you're in any of these areas in the tornado polygon, Midway, Thompson Springs, Old Winesap, and Newton, all these areas are going to be impacted by this tornado warning. Trying to get a good camera on some of this. Some of these storms moving in. Oh man, look at this! Look at this velocity couplet that just reformed here. The storm that just moved through Huntsville had a tornado on the ground over there. This velocity has came together extremely fast.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm good.
There's a tornado on the ground right now, moving off to the northeast. Tornado looks to be on the ground right over here by Jasper Point, just to the northeast of Huntsville. This is going to be moving towards Holly Tree, Skyline. If you're in the city of Skyline or Holly Tree, Princeton, this tornado is going to be moving in your direction. And this is a tornado on the ground. It looks like it's just came down here near Highway 87, near Jasper Point. I'm going to wait over this next scan. I don't think this one down here has produced a tornado yet. There is rotation though. So if you're in the city of Triana, make sure we're taking shelter. All of this is near Huntsville. So Huntsville, you have 2 tornado warnings, potentially on the ground with this one, and this one is definitely on the ground. Velocity signatures are very tight here, along with a debris signature. And it looks to be growing. Let's take a look at this last scan. Yeah, so we've almost doubled in size on the debris signature here. There's a lot of houses out this way. If you're near Sharp Mountain or any of these locations, if you're over here by Holly Tree, Princeton, a tornado is on the ground causing destructive damage. It has got a debris signature on radar. So this is a confirmed tornado on the ground just to the east of Huntsville. You get this sent out here. Wait on that next scan. Oh my gosh, that's growing extremely large. This is just to the east of Huntsville. Moving off to the northeast. If you were at Skyline, you need to be taking shelter immediately. This is a very large storm. Already produced a tornado, and this is its second time producing another tornado just here north of Gurley, moving off towards Skyline. This tornado is just out here by Little Mountain and Highway 10. If you're in Holly Tree, this is coming right for your area. This is just right outside of Huntsville. We can see that debris ball just kind of form super quickly and grow very large. Let me get this out. This is growing very large. We just got a new scan in. It is just growing in size. It's a very bad situation. That's a very large debris ball. It doesn't look like these other tornado warnings still do not have a debris ball yet. Let's take a look at velocity signatures. This one might be doing a handoff here. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like the initial rotation was up here in the storm. It's probably going to be doing a handoff back here by Spencer again. This is where the new hook echo is forming on radar. We can see that right here. And this is where the tornado is going to be forming, just to the north of Spencer. Let's go ahead and take a look over here at Morrison. The rotation on this one doesn't seem as bad. So out here by Morrison, I'd still be taking shelter anywhere in this area. If you're in Mawson Mill, Vervilla, this is a tornado that could be possibly on the ground. It doesn't look like it based on velocity or on correlation coefficient, but definitely be taking shelter right now. This is still a very dangerous storm, and this one has actually been looking like really good on radar. Like this one looks like it should be a tornado on the ground with a large debris signature. However, this one down here is the one that definitely has the debris signature, but it looks just not very impressive. So we have this storm right here. This is where the rotation is. Just to the northeast of Gurley. We have a huge debris signature. And this is Brad Arnold's camera right here. He is in the area. He was on the storm, and he ended up backing off of it. It looks like he's going to be making his way down to the southern storm. And I would assume he's doing that because this one doesn't look as impressive as like this storm down here with the hook echo. However, this one's putting down a very big tornado just out here north of Gurley. Wouldn't surprise me if it tries to produce another tornado here to the south at some point. Let's take a look at velocity scans. We have some rotation starting to form out here, but this is a very tight. This is typically what you see as very tight, very close together, very bright, red and green, parallel to the radar site if you drew a line. It does look like the rotation is let up, though. That little pinpoint velocity has broadened a little bit. We'll see over this next scan. This was taken at 7:15, so here in the next couple minutes, we should get another correlation coefficient, which should tell us if it's on the ground right now. But this was a very large tornado out here just to the northeast of Gurley, moving off to the northeast. If you were in Holly Tree, Princeton, or any of these locations, make sure you're taking shelter. This is a tornado that put down, this is a storm that put down a tornado just here in Huntsville, and has put down another tornado here in Gurley and put down a massive debris signature that we're picking up on radar. So this is another tornado on the ground. We'll see over the next few scans. We hope that this rotation kind of gets cut off and killed here. So one down here in Triana is trying to come together. We do not have a debris signature currently on radar, but doesn't mean that it couldn't be coming down right now, or could be a small tornado on the ground. Make sure you're taking shelter if you're in Triana, over near Green Cove Meadows, Regent Forest. We have Brad Arnold's stream here. He is moving down to get into position for this storm. I'm going to come back up here to the storms here in Tennessee. This storm is looking extremely impressive. If you're in Vervilla, out here by Lawson Mill, or safely, make sure you're taking shelter. This is going to be moving in your direction over by Irving College. This is a very impressive looking storm, and definitely could be putting down a tornado any minute. Let's go take a look at this one up here by Spencer. So that's that new rotation that's coming together. This other one was up here initially. It looks like it might be letting up, and a new rotation's forming right here at Spencer like we had talked about. This would be moving off to the east-northeast. If you're in Cane Creek, Lonewood, this is going to be moving in your direction. This rotation's right here, just to the south of Sweet Gum and to the east of Spencer. The tornadoes that I don't think are currently on the ground, but still be in your safe spot. It could be putting them on the ground. This one in here in Morrison is a very impressive looking storm. Let's jump back down here to the storms out here by Gurley. This one was a tornado on the ground. We should have got another scan here. Still 7:15. This was 5 minutes ago. I'm really wanting to see that next scan on the correlation coefficient. This is going to show us if there's actually a tornado still on the ground or not. Let's go ahead and take a look at velocity. So we got a velocity signature a minute ago. So here is another rotation that has popped up. So a southern rotation. So this is where the rotation was, putting a tornado on the ground back here just to the north of Highway 10 and to the east of Huntsville. So it looks like this rotation may be letting up, but there's a new rotation forming right down here just to the northwest of Letcher. This is going to be moving right in line below Skyline. I really want to get that next scan on the correlation coefficient. It looks like Brad Arnold, this is the stream we got right here. He's moving into position on this storm down here in Triana. If we take a look at reflectivity here real quick. So this is a classic supercell. This is the appendage that we would be looking at that's usually going to have the rotation producing the tornado. So just here south of Triana, if we pull up velocity signatures, it's right here. It was 7:19, and the reflectivity was just a few minutes earlier. That's why it's up here now. So if you're in Toluca, rotation is right there. This is a very impressive looking storm moving off to the east. The rotation's currently right out here by Toluca Beach. So Brad Arnold's coming into place here.
But it's this area near Winton as we get in close to street level. We got Bowers Road in here. Got more homes in here too as well. You've got Valormosa Springs looking to the north on East Upper River Road. Bowers Road is a possible tornado here. I say possible because you're still now, like we said earlier, trying to produce tornadoes.
These are all the tornadoes we have right here. We have 2 in Tennessee and 3 tornado warnings down here in Alabama. Let's go ahead and see if we got a new correlate. They still have not updated this. This has been almost 8 minutes ago. There's that new rotation that was forming over here. This one will probably try to put down another tornado right out here to the north of Letcher, south of Skyline. It's going to be passing over Highway 79 here very shortly. We're on Highway 17, just north of Letcher is where the current rotation. We just got a new scan in on the velocity. Let's check to see. Still no scan on the correlation. This is a storm that Brad is on right now. He is moving off to the south. Here on Interstate 231. He's putting himself into position. It looks like, oh man, he was saying that the velocity, and it's wrapping up intensely right here. So he should be popping out here very shortly into kind of a little bit of a lull. There's intense rotation here just north of Lacey Spring. It's going to be moving off to the northeast. Interstate 231, it's getting ready to cross over, heading towards Burroughs and eventually to Owens Crossroads. If you're in any of these areas, you need to be taking shelter immediately. This rotation is intensifying very quickly, and this is going to be putting a tornado on the ground here shortly. So he's getting ready to be right out here, just outside of the rain core here. And he'll have a perfect view of this rotation that's happening right here.
Alright, we're almost there.
The rotation is right here by him. Let's go ahead and make that larger so we can see it. Lacey Spring.
Where can I go here? Right in here, I guess. Here it comes. Here it comes.
So we can see that rotation right here. This is what we're looking at here on the screen. It's trying to put down a tornado right now, just over Highway Interstate 231.
Okay, so it's going south of my house. Emily, if you're listening, it is going south of the house. Alright, keep going south. Actually, I think this is it right here. Look up. Right there. I gotta find a route.
Let me get that pulled back up here real quick. So this is him. It's actually off to his east here. The main portion of this rotation. It's right over here by Norton. If you're in the area of Norton, it's moving off to the northeast. That's intensifying quickly. Take a brief look real quick. Which is crazy, it's forming right here. I would think there would be at some point a handoff to this back leg. Just because this is typically where we're going to see them form, is somewhere in here. So he's going to try to get over here to Owens Crossroad. That rotation is intense right here. That has to be trying to put down something. There is a new rotation forming just down here. The good thing is the one up here that was over by Skylon looks like it's pretty much just died out. It's more just a wind event right here. So if you're in the Skyline area or to the east of it, you're probably experiencing quite a bit of wind, getting ready to move into Kyles and Carnes. This did have a pretty big rotation. Put down a tornado just earlier. There is still some rotation in it, but it's not super tight. Let's go up here and take a look at the ones up in Tennessee. So this is a storm just south of McMinnville. Let's go ahead and look at correlation coefficient. It looks like there might be something here. A small tornado on the ground just near Irving College. It's going to be heading just over Irving College, heading off towards the Harrison Ferry Mountain. Go ahead and take a look at this one up here. This one is intense rotation, just here to the village at Indian Rock Lake, just to the northeast of that, almost directly over Nicholson Heights, just to the southwest of Crossville. If you're in this area, this is a tornado that is a possible tornado that's on the ground just due to the high velocity signatures we got here just to the south of Crossville. This is going to be moving right through the area of Winnebago Subdivision, Pleasant View Estates, and Russell Shack Ridge. Here before too long, it'll be crossing over Interstate 127. We have actually a new tornado warning down here by Yazoo City. Right over here by Holly Bluff. If you're in this area, make sure we're taking shelter. Velocity signatures are coming together there. Let's take a look back at our storm up here near Jonesboro and New Hope. This is probably the strongest rotation we have on a storm right now. Right over here by Owens Crossroads. It's just to the south of Huntsville. This is a very intense supercell storm right here, capable of producing a very large tornado. This looks very healthy. It's just to the south of Huntsville. This is the streamer we have here, which is Brad Arnold. He is getting en route on it. He was just underneath it. He has to find some new roads. We should see something here very shortly with that. If you're in the town of Owens Crossroads, you need to be taking shelter immediately. Let's go ahead and...
This is a bad service area, plus there are a lot of trees, so we may lose service. Don't worry. We'll come back.
This is a very dangerous situation. This is a very impressive storm. We're going to come right back to it. Let's come over here. I think everything on this storm is pretty much... if you're over here by Kyle's, there's a little bit of rotation starting to spin back up on this storm over here by Skyline. If you're in the Kyle's area, in the Carnes area, or Cedar Grove, make sure we are taking shelter. You're still under a tornado warning. We're going to keep Brad Arnold up here on that storm down there because we're going to keep going right back to it because that's a very intense storm down there. We might have a little bit of a debris signature right here starting to form just near Irving College. Yeah, that's right where the velocity couplet is. This is exactly where the storm is spinning, right over Irving College. It's going to be making its way towards Highway 8. If you're in any of these areas over by Welchland, Pine Creek, I believe this is a storm that looks also very impressive on radar. It's actually kind of falling apart. However, this one up here in the north actually is starting to look pretty good. Pretty tight rotation here. Over here by Oak Grove. Rotation's going to be moving just near Grassy Cove. This is probably the most impressive storm right here.
It's so tough to tell, man. It's tough to tell. It's tough with the hills, dude. The radar's tough around here.
So this is Brad Arnold here. He's on Highway 8, moving over towards where the current rotation is. The strongest area of rotation is just south of the Owens Crossroads. Getting ready to cross over Interstate 431, moving off to the northeast. That's a very impressive storm. This one here, I think you're going to be getting a lot of wind moving through Hollywood. You see this kind of Boeing segment of this, the wind moving away from the radar. That's going to be very strong winds moving into Hollywood. I'd really like to see if we can... Just can't believe there's no cameras out here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. Let me change this up a little bit. It does look like the rotation is starting to dissipate on this storm here by Owens Crossroad. The velocity signatures look to be lightening up in this area. We'll definitely keep a very close eye on that one. Does look like Brad might be seeing something. The problem, he's in a very bad location for reception, so... This one's definitely trying to do something just here to the east of Irving College. We can see that's starting to intensify slowly, but it is intensifying. We need to make sure that if we're in this area of Irving College, White Hill, Welchland, or Curtistown, it's going to be moving over. The most intense rotation right now is near the Harrison Ferry Mountain on Highway 8. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's very, very fast rotation right here. This one up here near Crossville looks like it's kind of getting broader rotation. It's not as tight as it once was, but it still could wrap back up very quickly. So if you're in Linery or Grassy Cove or Meridian, this is near the Crab Orchard in Crossville, just to the south of Crossville. It looks like this rotation could be trying to wrap up here over that last scan. So we can see these colors getting brighter over that last scan. And as these get tighter and closer together is typically whenever a tornado is going to be trying to come down to the ground. We're going to go back down here and see this. This might be a tornado here on the ground near Harrison Ferry Mountain. There's a little bit of a debris signature, it looks like. So if you're in those areas we called out, Welchland, White Hill, or Pine Grove, you definitely want to be taking shelter. Which Brad seemed like he was seeing something over here by New Hope or the Owens Crossroads. However, it doesn't look like the velocity signatures and the rotation on this one are kind of holding together. They looked a lot more impressive back here. I mean, you can kind of see them die off right here as they move towards Owens Crossroads. They get a lot more dull, a lot more broad. They kind of just fizzle out. Still going to be having a lot of high winds right here, though. Let's come back here and... So all these like little cells, they could, they already have rotation on them. This cell here has rotation on it, and it's just a little thing. So over time, they'll probably end up issuing some tornado warnings on these as they grow. They're in a prime environment to become very strong, potentially dangerous situations. We do have one over here in Yazoo City we can take a look at real quick. Go back up there to the one Brad's on and the one in Tennessee. So the strongest rotation is right here to the east of Yazoo City. Doesn't show anything on debris signature. But definitely be taking this one serious. It's a pretty decent sized cell with a good inflow notch right here just outside of Yazoo City. It's going to be moving off to the east, it looks like. So if you're in the area of the Woodlawn, Midway, or Fordick, you need to be taking shelter. It's going to be heading off towards the Pickens town here very shortly. But also be watching this one over here by Goodman. It's a smaller cell, but it might have a rotation on it. It does have some broad rotation. We'll keep an eye on that one. I'm going to kind of go through these and go back up to the one in Tennessee. So we can see this. It's starting to create a new inflow notch here with a new rotation signature here just over Owens Crossroads. So this is kind of the other one that started dying off on the rotation signature we can see down here. And it looks like there's a new rotation coming together right over Owens Crossroads. So hopefully he gets out of his valley so we can kind of see what's going on down there. So as soon as his stream comes back, we'll pull him back up and take a look at that. This one over here by Stevenson. Not a super impressive rotation signature, but this is the one that's put down multiple tornadoes over here near Huntsville. 2 tornadoes on the ground with debris signatures. So if you're in Cedar Grove, Stevenson, you need to be taking shelter. You are under a tornado warning. All right, these are the ones up here in Tennessee in McMinnville. The one that just moved through Spencer is over here now. Looks like that rotation's getting broader up here near Meridian. There's a rotation starting to form back here. I would assume, I believe this is still part of the same kind of storm system up here. Yeah. This one might choke off this storm system up here. Might get a bigger rotation signature back here on the back end. They issued a new tornado warning here in Rockwood. So if you're in Rockwood, Kingston, Harmon, or Oakdale, make sure you're taking shelter. It looks like Rockwood would be the prime location for this rotation moving in your direction. This one did, I think, have a small debris signature on it earlier. This might still be the debris signature. It lines up velocity. It's kind of hard to say. This was no. Okay. This one might not be on the ground right now. These are moving off more to the east, northeast. So if you're in Welchland or Ferry, just south of Spencer, we want to be taking shelter. So up here, the new tornado warning over here in Rockwood is off this storm just south of Crab Orchard. We can see an intense rotation starting to happen again here, just to here near Crab Orchard. I'm going to check up on our guy down here, Brad Arnold. He's in New Hope, Alabama, where we have a rotation signature on this storm. I mean, the rotation just doesn't seem that great with how nice this storm looks right here. This thing could rapidly intensify, though. This one has some broad rotation just south of Crabtree in Tennessee. I mean, it looked pretty good right here. I mean, a pretty intense rotation, very close together, possibly putting a tornado on the ground, and it kind of let up. Rotation seems much broader now on the storm near Crabtree. This doesn't make things any less dangerous. If this storm back here is kind of 2 cells, if it kind of swallows it, a lot of times these can rapidly intensify. So if you're in just the Crab Orchard to Rockwood, you need to be taking shelter and taking this very serious. They could put down a tornado. This is that tornado warning that was on Yazoo City. That rotation right there is pretty tight. There's some rotation up here by Benton, just south of Holly Bluff, though. This is the more impressive rotation. So if you're by Panther Swamp National Wildlife Area or over by Krupp or Yazoo City, we need to be taking shelter. This is a serious situation, a potential tornado with a very tight velocity coupler here just to the east of Kansas Landing. I can't believe Brad's stream has not came back up yet. I mean, it shows. Let me reset this real quick. This is Brad's stream down in my bottom right-hand corner of my screen. Get this pulled up here. It's Brett Adair. Sounds like we got another tornado warning. In Cumberland, Tennessee, up here. Kind of overlapping an already existing tornado warning. Another tornado warning over here in Jackson, Alabama. This is the one that Brad Arnold and Brett Adair are on right now. My bottom right-hand corner of my screen, this is Brett. I think Brad Arnold's just right in front of him. Such an impressive storm. Let me get that pulled up here. A lot of lightning on this storm. It's a very impressive storm they got. Let's go check on these storms up here in Tennessee just to make sure they're not re-intensifying. I mean, pretty broad rotation right here. This one is getting impressive. Hold on. This right here. The one over by Pine Grove, just south of Spencer. Looks like it's wrapped up quite quickly here. The tornado that's probably on the ground, potentially coming to the ground. If you're in Pifferys, over here by Fall Creek Falls State Park, you need to take shelter immediately. This one looks like it's kind of wrapping up. It's kind of been a long time coming. This has been a storm that had looked very impressive. It looks like the rotation's finally coming together here. This is Interstate 111. That's a very impressive rotation. So he's over here in Grant right now. This is Brad Arnold and Brett Adair. Rotation isn't super impressive on this storm now. Got a good inflow notch right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at velocity here. There might be something coming together here. They might issue a tornado warning over here by Sulphur Springs, Flat Rock, York's Mill, all this area that's in the severe thunderstorm warning right now. It looks like there is a rotation signature starting to come together right where this inflow notch is on this other storm. This is the storm that put down multiple tornadoes over here by Huntsville. So we definitely need to be watching this if you're in the area of Flat Rock, Sulphur Springs, Fairview, or Deer Head Cove. Moving off towards Interstate 59, we need to make sure we're taking shelter immediately. This could spin up a tornado very quickly. We'll watch over the next few scans. And if anything, I mean, there's a rotation here. And even if it don't put down anything, this line of very high winds is moving in this area. So if you're in Flat Rock here in the next few minutes, you're probably going to get a super big gust of wind right here, moving off to the east. We do have some rotation here in Graysville, in Tennessee. And that's a small little cell. If it gets its act together and kind of intensifies over here by Dayton or Evansville, it might become tornado warned. Take a look at that next scan.
Slippage. Nope.
I mean, it's definitely getting close enough for them to issue a tornado warning on rotation here. This tornado is massive now, just south of Spencer. Very intense rotation. Let's take a look, see if it's on the ground yet. We're not having a debris signature yet, but doesn't mean that could not be a damaging tornado.
Whatever it is, God, it's right there. On this mountain. Dude, look at the tail cloud. God. Uh-oh.
Sounds like we got another
Just now looked toward Woodville.
tornado warning. Yep. So this one just issued another tornado warning due to this increased velocity signature all the way up here to Crab Orchard for this tornado.
911 confirming a tornado south of Woodville. Guess where we're at? South of Woodville. Okay.
This has got to be very close to putting a tornado on the ground. If you're in any of these areas, like we said, we need to be taking shelter. If you're in the Fall Creek Falls State Park area or to the northeast of that, Ball Knob, Salzer Mountain, Mooneyham, here in Tennessee. It's a very intense rotation. Extremely intense rotation.
You there? That's what I thought. Alright, that'll work.
Looks like there's a massive rotation right behind this storm here. This is definitely going to be a tornado warned storm. They should already have a tornado warning on this. Very intense rotation on this storm just to the east or west of New Hope. We should be getting a tornado warning any time now for these this area by Owens Crossroads. Look like they went ahead and put a warning down here south for this storm that is by Fall Creek Falls State Park. I mean, that's still a very intense velocity signature. Moving off to the east-northeast. This one up here might be doing something, might be trying to come together. The storm right near Interstate 40 over by Millstone. It looks like there's some rotation that's starting to come together here. Yes. Just here east of Crabtree, there's some intense rotation starting to happen up here. It's the strongest part of the rotation is right here by Millstone. It does look like there's some houses, a church out here, Millstone Church of Christ. It's going to be moving that direction. So we got another tornado warning. Yep, that tornado we were just talking about, just here back by New Hope. Intense rotation. Here a few minutes ago, we were, calling that out. This tornado is going to be right over here by Interstate 431, just to the east of New Hope. Go ahead and take a look at this. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at this next scan here. The storm by New Hope is wrapping up here pretty quick. Let's go back up to this cluster of tornado warnings. And that looks to be the most intense. Rotation right now. It's right up here by Spencer, Tennessee. Get a different angle on that. Very tight rotation. Also up here by I-40, we have a rotation out here just to the east of Mount Vernon, heading towards Dry Hill. This one's definitely going to become tornado warned here. If you're in Dalton, Tennessee, this is a small cell here that's been a severe thunderstorm warning, but it does look like it's wrapping up on some velocity scans here. We still do not have a debris signature on this one, which is really surprising with how strong these velocity signatures are. I would not be surprised if this is on the ground right now. If you're near Saratoga Springs, this tornado is going to be moving in your direction. Up here by Herbert Domain. I mean, that's such impressive freaking velocity signatures. For to not have any debris showing up on radar. This rotation signature that was down here by Owens Crossroads in Alabama looks like it's moved off to the southeast, just north of New Hope. We got another tornado warning. Yep, this is the storm we were just talking about too. The storm near Dalton in Tennessee. So if you're in Dalton, make sure we're taking shelter. Dalton, Piney Acres, Edgewater. This is right out here by where the circulation is. It's to the east of Interstate 27. It's moving in a northeast track. So any of the places, Old Washington, Coleman Subdivision, Kyle Subdivision, Calico, make sure we're taking shelter immediately all the way out to Decatur. This one's really a small storm, but it impressed me earlier just because of the nice little shape it had. Definitely capable of producing a tornado. And this one's still going strong. The one just south of Mooneyham and west of Saratoga Springs. Still no debris signature. But it's right here by Saddle Lane. The good news on these down here, it looks like they're kind of falling apart on velocity. This one that was right here by New Hope. Go ahead and see if Brad Arnold got his stream back up. This is a really nice notch here, a really nice hook echo. And this is where the tornado would be. We do have some high winds over here on this. This is all a big kind of rotating mesocyclone. However, it's not super tight. They are going to issue a tornado warning on it, though. They issued a tornado warning and then took it away. Said, nope. I think it's because it kind of fell apart here. Nope, they're bringing it back. So there is an inflow notch. This is what they're seeing. So they see this hook here. This is inflow where a bunch of wind is flowing into the storm here. They're probably thinking this is going to intensify here very shortly. Because you take a look at this right here, we got some velocity signatures starting to come up just here near Fairview. So this whole area right here, we need to be taking an eye on, and as it moves off to to the east, northeast, over here by Deerhead Cove, Rising Fawn, and Cedar Hill. This could try putting down another tornado. And usually we can see that by a good inflow notch in the storm, just like we have down here by Brad Arnold, which is really surprising this thing isn't wrapping up a lot better. I mean, that's a great appendage on this storm here. I mean, look at all these storms. These little appendages here allow the storm to rotate. This rotation would be right up in here. If we go here, go to velocity, and it's right there. And that's how you can usually tell. Usually these rotations are going to be right in the appendage. So over here by Saratoga Springs is right where this rotation is. All right, I will be right back.
Thank you guys for being members too. Thank you so much. Give me just 1 second. Alright, be right back. I'm looking at other cells as well. This is not done. This will be a late night. This is my home, so we're going to stay out as long as it takes.
All right, weather nerds, we are back. And we are taking a look at the storms moving into Harriman. Looks like this one's staying together on rotation pretty well up here in Tennessee, just south of Midway. We have the rotation here near Deer Head Cove.
The wind direction shifted on me while I was out there.
Let's go ahead and take a look at storm relative velocity. Pretty broad rotation right here. Still take this very serious. They did give it a tornado warning, just in case, because this cell had produced multiple tornadoes before, and it looks like it's getting its act together a lot better now, becoming more of that supercellular shape with the rotation kind of coming here right off the inflow notch. This is probably going to continue to wrap up into a much tighter rotation. Go down here and take a look at this one. It does say observed tornado. However, we're not picking up any velocity signatures on this. Whatever happened to the one that was just behind it? It's like just broad rotation kind of fell apart here. This is still an area that we need to watch just because of this inflow right here. We got this inflow up here causing rotation, another place of inflow here. These are kind of semi-discrete supercells, because really this is a supercell on this side, and this is a supercell here, and then there's a cell back here too. So we've got these two supercell thunderstorms right in this area, both capable of producing tornadoes back to back. We'll take a look at all these severe thunderstorm warnings over here real quick while we wait on some new scans. Looks like we got another tornado warning. We're issuing another tornado warning on this one because of that wrap up in the cell here. Starting to come together right here near Deer Head Cove. They're wanting to go ahead and cover their bases here. Still pretty broad rotation. The separation between the two higher wind speeds, as these come together, they should get a lot brighter and a lot tighter and close together. Looks like we've lost the tornado warnings down here by Yazoo City in Mississippi. Let's go take a look at this little one that was pretty impressive earlier on its shape. I mean, for a little storm here near Decatur. We do have a little bit of rotation. This one is still holding together. Over here by Bellevue. Heading off towards Hilltop Acres, New Era, Oak Grove, Big Lick. How do they even come up with these names? But there's our inflow notch right here. And this is where the tornado is going to be, in this area. It's just south of Village at Indian Rock Lake. The Nussum Knob. If you're anywhere here, Hilltop Acres, Berkey, let's take shelter. You're under a tornado warning with a very intense rotating storm, and it's held together for quite some time now. Okay. Let's go ahead and see where Brad Arnold is. This is our area of rotation. All this up here seems to have kind of fell apart.
I guess it wasn't like a weather-related failure.
These storms should start to dissipate on intensity as time goes on. The heating of the day is pretty much over. The energy in the atmosphere should start being eaten up. And these should become weaker. I just don't get how this one's not putting down any debris signature with as long as we've had a very tight rotation signature. Usually these are going to let up and kind of come back, and this rotation has been super intense. I mean, look at all these scans. Very tight rotation here. Rotation's just to the southeast of Bellevue. If you're in Hilltop Acres, this rotation's going to be over you very shortly. Up here by New Era and Oak Grove and Big Lick. These two cells right here look the most impressive on reflectivity. I mean, these look like full-on supercell storms. This one actually looks a lot more healthy, but I think this one back here has the higher velocity signature. I mean, this one's all over the place. And this one's velocity is more up in the body of the supercell. We do have storms kind of spanning all over the map here in Alabama. Let's try to get a better view on these. So we have these right here. None of them really rotating, really just going to be big rainmakers, potentially some hail. Just kind of taking a look at all these over here. This one's over in Mississippi. Capable of producing 1-inch hail. Let's take a look at these. These are look to be a little bigger potential for hail. This one's 1.25 inch hail here, just south of Hamilton. Then we have all these storms up here just to the border of Tennessee. And all these severe thunderstorm warnings have the potential of 60+ mile-an-hour winds as they move in through the area. So if you're in Huntsville, Tennessee, Wartburg, any of these areas, you're probably experiencing some high winds coming into your area right now. This one still has a very good... Well, that's because we had a radar scan over 10 minutes ago. This has probably already made it up here by Berkey and Big Lick. We'll keep coming back and see when we get a velocity scan here. Yeah, we haven't had a scan in over 10 minutes. Going on 15 minutes. Might be able to see it from this radar. Nah, it's just too far away. Same thing with this one. We haven't had a scan in over 10 minutes.
Wow, Cole, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Cole, for that. I appreciate that big time. Big time. Thank you.
I'd really like to get a new scan here. I don't know what's going on.
Updates, Liz, as far as power outages, if you have those numbers, feel free.
I can jump in. And Eric, I'm just trying to communicate right now with Madison County Commissioner Craig Hill. He has truly emphasized the need for people to stay away from Collinsworth Cove. The northeastern section of Madison County. Commissioner Hill says they have known damage. Power lines are down. They're waiting on Huntsville utility crews as well as sheriff's deputies to get out there to be.
Now, these little areas can cause little spin-ups with how high the winds are moving in through here. So Strunk, Winfield, Oneida, you're going to have very high winds moving into the area. There must be something going on with the radar here. Up here in High Top. All right. I think most of these are going to start winding down. We've kind of lost radar on these storms that are, you know, we're still looking pretty good on radar. It's just we haven't had a scan in 20 minutes. Close out of this and see if no, we don't have any radar. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there. Most of this stuff should be winding down and going downhill for the rest of the night. Without having nearby radars, it's very hard to I don't know how we're putting a tornado warning. That's something we don't have. Hold on. Because we have another tornado warning here. Observed tornado warning. (35 mph). Located over Scottsboro, near Scottsboro. That's this right here. This is where this storm was moving. That's like extremely unfortunate. We don't have radar. We can't see what's going on here. And I don't know if it was just to, maybe it's a call in and they're just putting that out there. But we haven't had a radar scan in over 20 minutes off of this radar site. And if you go from a further radar site, information is extremely inaccurate. So if we come all the way down here, I mean, you can see it's pretty much in a radar hole right here. Kind of take it from all these. So if you can see it, there's some rotation over here by section. There's some rotation over here by Sylvania. They're probably taking it just from these other locations. Some rotation up here by Lafayette. However, we can't fully see how intense the rotation is without closer radar. So, all right. Well, we're gonna call that a night. I think things should start to ramp down. The tornado warnings just got taken off of the Kingston area up here. Even off this other one over here by Athens, the one that was in Decatur. A lot of this stuff should start ramping down. These are the only other two locations that we should be having any problems out of. And being the sun is pretty much all the way down, these should start to wrap up very quickly. So I will catch you guys on the next live stream and see ya later.